I'm out here in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. I've been out here for a while, over a year, living on my Bitcoins. And today I'm gonna talk to you guys about Robert Smith, one of the richest black men in America. Wow, beautiful topic right now that we're talking about on Family Cash Machine, Follow the Money. I hope you guys can hear me with all of the music playing and stuff like that. But you know, we're gonna get into this subject because it's an interesting report that came out on him. He just avoided going to jail. I'm trying to find I think it's over there, the camera. So he just avoided going to jail, guys. The IRS has been investigating Robert Smith, one of the richest black men in America, for over 4 years, I find out. 4 years they've been investigating him, okay? They've been investigating him for 4 years. Let me turn around here and see if you guys can see. Oh, yeah, y'all can see good, but you can't see me that way. You can see me this way. He's been investigated for over 4 years by reconnected. People calling me while I'm on this call. We're talking about Robert Smith, the richest black man in America. Okay, this guy is he was under investigation, I find out, by William Barr, the Attorney General. Actually, not the Attorney General, but it was the IRS. The IRS was investigating him for 4 years. 4-year investigation. Massive investigation on Robert Smith, the richest black man in America. I want to keep stressing this. I find this to be a very precarious situation. Now, let me say this again. We follow the money. On Family Cash Machine, we follow the money. We talk about money. We teach you guys about money. We teach you about cryptocurrency, mainly Bitcoin. That's what we own. Okay, but I'm going to say this. Robert Smith, who is the owner of Vista Equities. Okay, Vista Equities is a $73 billion company. Now, what they're saying in this investigation is it was a 4-year investigation, and they're really making him look bad and saying that it was over $200 million that he avoided his taxes. Now, I find it very interesting that they're going after the richest black man in America. You know, again, like I said, he's very structured, he's very organized, he's very educated. This guy went to, I think, Cornell, got a master's at Cornell, then he ended up going to Columbia. And so he's an engineer, and he decided to go into Silicon Valley and start to invest in some of the technological companies. Now, what they're saying, the charges that they're bringing up on him, it requires to go to jail, actually. He could have went to jail. And so I think what he did, he hired Kirkland. Kirkland is one of the top attorney firms in the world. Actually, they represent BlackRock. And I talk to you guys a lot. Let me slow down. It's a lot of information here. I talk to you guys a lot about BlackRock. BlackRock is one of the most powerful companies I find in the world. I don't know who these people are, but they actually have assets of over $8 trillion. Trillion, not billion. Trillion. These people own everything. I think that these are some of the people that run the world. That's what I think. Because these people they're just untouchable. But I want to say this. He used the same firm that BlackRock uses, so he's connected. He's got over $73 billion that he actually manages, okay, with his company called Vista Equity. And so the IRS went after him. And I thought it was, like I said, awfully curious that they went after a black man who's the richest black man, coincidentally, in America. Now, when I research and watch Robert Smith, this gentleman is a huge philanthropist. In fact, this gentleman, he paid all the students in Morehouse their college debt 1 year, which amounted to about $40 million, I think. I think the class of 2019, he decided to pay all of their debt, college debt at Morehouse. So this guy is a major philanthropist in the black community. He does a lot for our community in general. But I want to say this. I thought it was a very peculiar that they went after one of the most powerful black men in America. They decided to go after him and for tax evasion. I saw that very suspicious in a sense, because again, you don't see this kind of behavior, and we just had a president, Donald Trump, who's never even showed his taxes the whole time he was in office. He hasn't even showed his taxes. Don't be sitting up in my video there, brother. He's trying to creep in my video. So yeah, I seen him in the back there trying to creep in my video. But yeah, so don't trust this investigation. Let me break this investigation down. This is an attempt to assassinate this man's character. And I'm gonna show you how it's an attempt to assassinate his character. First of all, most of you guys don't reach those type of levels of success with business. Now, he didn't get $1 billion like Michael Jordan. He didn't get $1 billion bouncing a basketball. He didn't get $1 billion entertaining like Michael Jackson. He got $1 billion with his mind. So I want you guys to take this in consideration. He got $1 billion with his mind, his hustle, his pure ability to communicate with people, and his pure ability to put pieces together, okay? I got a little noisy over here. I might walk a little bit. Get away from some of this noise. So, Robert Smith, again, Robert Smith, noisy over there. One of the richest black men in America. I like that background that I was on. One of the richest black men in America. They go after him. The IRS went after Robert Smith, okay? Now, they had a 4-year investigation. I want to keep talking about this. A 4-year investigation on Robert Smith. I don't like that building, but that building over there is nice. They had a 4-year investigation on him, and they found $200 million misappropriated. They say, according to their account, for $200 million misappropriated by Robert Smith. Now let's investigate this for a minute. Again, one of the biggest philanthropists of our community, one of the most successful black men ever in the history of America, according to business, okay? And they go after him. I just see something wrong with that picture. I'm sorry, something wrong with that picture to me. Let's cover this case. So they said he misappropriated over $200 million. Now, let's do the math. Let's do the math. I'm a math person, okay? $200 million to me and you sound like, wow, $200 million, this guy is no good. He did too much. $200 million, he evaded $200 million. But remember what I said in the beginning. This company is worth $73 billion, okay? $73 billion. Now, let's do the math on that. What's 10% of 73 billion? 10% of 70 billion is 700, is 700, yeah, 700, excuse me. 10% of 70 billion is 7 billion, okay? Now, 1% of 70 billion is 700 million. So you're saying that a half a percent of 70 billion is 350 million. So you're telling me they went after this guy for 1/4 of 1% of what he actually manages? That's a witch hunt to me. That's very, very, very minuscule. Who do you know that the IRS actually went after because of 1/4 of 1%? I gotta make this clean to y'all. I gotta show you guys the big scope of what's going on. They went on a 4-year investigation for Robert Smith, the richest black man in America, for 1/4 of 1% of what he owns. That's some petty ass shit. I'm sorry. That's some petty ass shit. So I'm gonna say this. To me or you, 200 million is like, oh my God. The man manages $73 billion. Okay? Again, 10% is 7 billion, 1%, 700 million. They went after him for 1/4 of 1% of what he actually manages. 1/4 of 1%. So we got to look at the whole spectrum of this. It took them 4 years to find 1/4 of 1% of what he manages. That's a witch hunt. And not just a witch hunt, that's actually so minuscule to him. He could have misappropriated. He could have actually made a technical error. All kind of things with 1/4 of 1%. I guarantee you every American that you look at their taxes, they can fine the IRS 1/4%. So this to me was a witch hunt. No question about it. And then he decided to pay them $139 million, and he settled with William Barr for $139 million. Okay, which is 60% of what they claim he owes them. Okay, so he actually settled with them, but when he settled with them, he told them, look, if I settle with you guys stop assassinating my character. And that was the terms of his compromise, so they don't actually lock him in jail. He compromised. He paid over $139 million, and they said, no, we're gonna still assassinate your character. That's not a part of the deal. We'll accept your $139 million, but we're gonna continue to assassinate your character. That's not in the deal. So do you see the biasness here? Okay, now if he's a bad guy, let's say he's a bad guy, 1/4% of his income he messed up on. So that means he's a pretty squeaky clean guy to me. If he's only made a mistake on 1/4% of his income, that means he's a pretty squeaky clean guy. That means that he's a pretty good guy. If it took you 4 years to find 1/4%, I keep saying this, 1/4% of his income, that's what they're charging him with. And that, to me, that's a witch hunt. I'm sorry, that is a witch hunt if I ever seen one. And then once he settles with you guys, he actually settled. Oh man, that's gonna be on my video. So that's gonna show you guys that I be doing live. So he actually settled for $139 million, which is over 60% of what they claim he actually violated. Okay, so again, if he's such a bad guy, remember, you took his money. You guys settled. You took his money. So what does that make you? So again, you guys, we got to look at this. We got to really examine this and look at this. And so one of the terms of Robert Smith's agreement to not go to jail was that he had to cooperate. Listen to this one. He had to cooperate against another guy named Robert Berkman. Now, when I went to go investigate Robert Berkman, I'm like, who is this Robert Berkman? Why do they want him to investigate against Robert Berkman? Now, I guarantee you Robert Berkman don't go to jail either, because he's a billionaire. These guys don't go to jail. But I'm saying, why did they investigate Robert Berkman? Why do they want the black man, Robert Smith, the richest black man in America, to testify against Robert Berkman for tax evasion as well? Well, guess what? When I investigated Robert Berkman, guess who Robert Berkman is? Robert Berkman is the guy who loaned him his initial $300 million. This dude's just steady trying to bomb my video back here. He's just steady trying to bomb my video. So Robert Berkman is the guy who loaned him $300 million. Loaned him $300 million to get started. So they're upset at Robert Berkman for giving this black man an opportunity to make this money. That's basically what's going on. It's a lot of jealousy and envy going on. I see some haterism here at the highest level of the IRS. Remember, these are regular people at the IRS. They have anger, they have jealousy, they have envy, they have all this. They undergo all of the vicissitudes of life that we do. These are regular people. So they were just straight up hating. They got racism. All of this stuff exists in human beings. So I'm looking at the fact that the terms of Robert Smith, the most richest black man in America, his terms is to pay $139 million, okay, and also to cooperate, basically snitch, on his homeboy, Robert Berkman, who loaned him his first $300 million to get him in the game. And then recently, I think when they first started Vista Equity, Robert Berkman also loaned him $1 billion, which now that company is worth over $73 billion. So they basically hating and mad that this guy put the brother in the game and helped this brother to get in the game. But the brother was smart. He's an engineer. He's very highly intelligent. And he started buying tech companies, and being an engineer, he would be in the best mindset to be able to notice companies to invest in. So I just thought that was an interesting case. I wanted to bring that case to you guys live. Family Cash Machine, Eric Brent, Follow the Money. I thought this was an interesting, because again, like I said, the richest black man in the world, has been investigated by the IRS for 4 years. They found him guilty of $200 million. And when you read the case, they just really try to make him look bad. And they found him guilty of a tax evasion of $200 million. But again, in lieu of what he actually controls, $73 billion, $200 million is not even 1%. $200 million is 1/4 of 1%. 1/4 of 1%. Who do you know who the IRS can't find 1/4 of 1% of your taxes off? This is a witch hunt. But again, the brother is smooth, the brother got money, and the brother was able to pay his way out of that, because when he hired Kirkland, one of the top attorneys in the world, they represent BlackRock. BlackRock, I told you guys, $8 trillion company. One of the biggest asset companies in the world. I don't know who these people are. They own everything. They own all the medias. They own pharmaceutical companies. I mean, at the end of the day, I find them to own everything. He hired their attorneys. And so I think what it is they didn't really want to expose some of the illegal tactics of taxes and stuff like that. So that's why they didn't prosecute him. But he actually paid $139 million that they claim he owns. But again, like I said, you guys, look at the big print. It's only 1/4 of 1%. 1/4, not even 1%, not even 0.5%. 1/4 of 1% of what he actually manages. Now, how small is that? So that shows that they were on a witch hunt, and they were trying to do everything they could not to just injure this brother's character and attack his character, but they also want to attack the character of Robert Broccoli, who put this brother in the game. That's all what I see in the whole investigation. I read the whole story, and I thank God I have the intelligence to read between the lines and break this down to my people when it comes to the family capture machine and follow the money. So right now, I want you guys to grab this link underneath here, sign up for our classes, start learning about cryptocurrency, money, decentralization. We have classes right now that are just helping a lot of people make a lot of money with the knowledge that we're giving them on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, Ethereum, blockchain technology, all this stuff that we teaching the family capture machine. Grab the link underneath here and subscribe to my channel if you guys like this information that I'm bringing to you guys. Like this channel, and since my boy over here keep want to bomb my video, I'm gonna show y'all him. Hey, say what's up, man. Say get okay. He's trying to bomb my video. So I put him on blast now. How about that? He put him on blast. He didn't know what to say. But you guys grab that link underneath here. Family capture machine. This is Eric Brent, coming to you guys live from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Peace.